Okay, at 6 o'clock, please stand and join me for the pledge. We'll get the meeting started. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome to 2026. Looks like a small error on the agenda, but I won't hold that against you, Charlie. We'll begin the meeting with roll call.
Mayor Gerke.
Present.
Jack Kelly.
Here.
Vernon.
Present.
Andrew Flynn.
Present.
Pat Kirschner.
Here.
Jared David.
Here.
Larry Grayhouse.
Here.
Myself.
Thank you, Charlie. First, or next item on the agenda is approval of our joint meeting with the Board of Public Works and Safety on December 29th. If anyone's had a chance, Jared makes the motion to approve the minutes and Vernon seconds the motion. Questions, comments? All in favor, show of hands. All opposed, motion carries 5-0. First item on the agenda is organizational items. I believe we'll need to start with a nomination for president for city council for 2026. Marin?
I nominate Jack to continue in that role as president.
Vernon makes a motion to approve or to vote on Jack as the president of city council. Do I hear a second? Andrew seconds the motion. Any other nominations? Okay, if not, we'll call for a vote. All in favor for Jack for president? Motion carries 5-0. With that, we'll need a motion to have a vice president for city council. Andrew?
Motion to nominate Vernon.
I really thought he was going to nominate himself.
No, Vernon.
I was proud of the confidence, but anyway, Andrew makes the motion to make Vernon the vice president for city council and Jack seconds. The other nominations? Nominations are closed. Call for vote. All in favor of Vernon being the vice president? Motion carries 5-0. Are there any other organizational items we need to discuss tonight, Charlie?
No.
Reappointment to the boards.
Yeah, I do anticipate some changes that I'm not ready to make tonight to some of my boards. I will say there will be no changes for me at this time for the aviation board, the redevelopment commission, or the board of works. Other changes may come in the future. As far as council goes, for your utility board and or your redevelopment commission.
What about area plane?
Nice try. Pat.
Nice try.
The council does have one appointment on the area plan commission. That appointment is currently Mr. Pat Kirschner.
I appoint Pat Kirschner, Area Plan
I'll
Commission.
second that.
We do have now a motion that Pat remains on the area plan commission. That motion was seconded by Vernon. How do you feel about that, Pat?
He brought it up.
Thanks, Pat.
If you don't have any major opposition, all in
No.
favor, show of hands for Pat. Motion carries 401. Pat abstained. He may even voted no, but I think there's an exception.
By statute, we need to appoint a city engineer.
Our city name firm will not change. City attorney. Oh, I'm sorry. My Department of Law appointment remains the same. Did I say that right?
Yes, and I intend to appoint Kayla Zimmerman as assistant city attorney.
Assistant city attorney will be Mrs. Kayla Zimmerman to our Department of Law. Congratulations, Tim and HWC.
Probably appoint a police chief, maybe.
Can I apply?
I do not have any changes in my appointed department heads at this time.
Okay.
Knowing that they serve at my pleasure is the phrase that you use and can be replaced at any time. Okay.
So does the city
Does the
council
city
need
council-
to appoint their positions?
If you're prepared, if not, you can do it at the next meeting.
You do have 2 appointments to Utility Service Board and 2 appointments to the Redevelopment Commission.
Anybody you want to reappoint on the or on the utility?
I'm comfortable with things as they are. If those people are willing to serve, we've had no issue with utility or area planning. Or, I'm sorry, redevelopment.
Redevelopment.
Okay, then I guess I'll ask for a vote for
I'll make
keeping the same.
I'll make a motion, they stay the same if they're willing and able.
Okay.
Second.
Andrew seconds, so the council is reappointing Donnie Stewart and Lindsay Morris as their utility members, and Larry Wasson and Rhonda Lestenberger as their RDC appointments. Show of hands, all in favor, all opposed, motion carries. Andrew did,
Andrew.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, that will move forward. Maureen, you're up first. We'll look to get you out of here with a rezone request.
So this is a rezone request you should have in your packets for the redevelopment commission. Do you want me to go through this whole thing or?
I think the Cliff Note version probably works. They
Okay.
should know what's going on.
So this is for, the property out on Highway 3, 3975 North, Highway 3, 3885 North, Highway 3, 3955 North, Highway 3, and then one's just North Highway 3, 3995 North Highway 3, and 3855 North Highway 3, and the last one being 3905 North Highway 3. This is gonna be zoned to heavy industrial.
First partial mention will go from residential to heavy industrial, and the last is commercial to heavy industrial, correct?
Yes, yes.
Both redevelopment commission president Greg Hicks and director of city law Larry Greathouse attended the last area plan meeting.
Passed through vote.
Yeah, any comment, Larry?
They were both unanimous votes in favor.
Will they make that one partial?
Yes.
Combined partial?
And did you get a copy of the map?
No. The most important thing, there'll just be one entrance to all of the entire property from Highway 3.
And they may be subdivided into tenant parcels at some point, but there hasn't been a plan in place yet for exactly how they do it.
So this wetland area over, do we have to do anything about that at this point?
We don't know yet.
Well, if we would disturb it, we would have to do something about it. But
Well, it depends on the sizing, yeah.
Okay,
if we don't disturb it, it stays the same, right, Ken?
That's correct.
Yeah.
okay.
And that would all happen in the permitting anyways, once you permit the property.
Spoken like a member of the area plan commission.
We're proud of you. We appreciate you.
I'll make a motion to approve the rezone.
Barron makes a motion to approve the rezone request of the RDC, and Jared seconds the motion. Any other questions for Marie? I will call a vote. All in favor, show of hands. All opposed, motion carries 5-0. Do you have 2 to be signed, Marie?
I do.
Okay.
While we're doing that, would you mind updating the board on the status of the Redmond building, if you can?
What do you want to, like?
Well, it's recondemned, if you
I
will.
have to be careful because it is in litigation.
Okay, so it's in litigation.
So can they still work on the building
No,
since
they do not have a permit,
they don't have a permit? Can they get a permit?
not at this time, no.
So how do they go about getting a permit? I mean, so we're just gonna let it
Well,
sit there or until the?
No, Jack, no. We've come across some things that's an issue with the state, and that's being addressed, so.
Okay,
I can't really tell you the issue at this moment
Okay.
because I was just talked to them today.
Okay.
So there are some things happening, but right now, I can tell you currently, I do not have plans for the Redmond building. and that's been the holdup. I have a hand-drawn sketch of what they were gonna do to the roof, but that's all I have.
Okay.
But they did receive a full release on the building from the state.
So that it is,
I'm sorry I'm being vague, but.
yeah, that's okay.
Don't jeopardize anything.
Our
The building-
requirements require you to have a engineered stamp drawing for the roof system. So without that, we can't approve anything.
And that's
Yeah.
yet to be
That's what
received.
we're waiting
Yeah.
on.
With respect to the litigation and things that are going on, are there any, can you give us any information regarding timelines or deadlines on any part of it?
So there was an agreement done at our last hearing, and one of them was they shall engage in a structural engineer, and that has not been done. They shall get a state release, and that was to be, the roof was to be completed 45 days after that, but they cannot move forward with that because I'm not giving them a permit for that at this time. So everything that we've agreed to has not happened, and we have a review hearing on February the 11th. So I will know more then. It's not going to be a court hearing, but I can tell you at this time, we're going to continue to ask for a demolition. Unless
Who will be responsible for the demolition?
that's to be determined. I'm hoping the owner, I mean, we've had cases where we do a demolition and the owners are no longer around, or they're deceased, or they're out of, we just can't find them. This is not the case. So that's something we've got. Ultimately, in the end, we would have to do it, but I'm gonna fight against that because that's gonna be a lot of money.
Yes.
And we don't have it, and I doubt the city wants to cover it.
So will that have any structural on the buildings next to it that's connected? If they tear it down?
I'm not an architect and I'm not an engineer, but
Kim, do you?
it's a joining wall, so
Yes.
it's gonna have to be done very delicately,
It's gonna have to be done like what they did with Com Taylor's
Yeah,
building.
just brick at a time.
Take it apart, chunks at a time, make sure there's no damage to the adjoining property, and make sure that the walls just don't fall without the roof holding it in place.
Exactly.
And the barricades went up for Mike Cole and Ken and I's conversation of some things happening to the building. You can go and look at your, Terry said he'd done them himself, but I'm not agreeing with that. And even if he did, still concerns, that building's been sitting there for how long? And rain, snow, nothing's been done to it.
Sure, I agree.
So it's the safety of the community.
I just hate to see those barriers up for another year or so
I
across the
hope-
sidewalks and everything.
Well,
I mean,
Jack, I wouldn't have had it going this long, but that's been out of my control. And by all means, it is not my desire to have buildings torn down. But you only have two choices. You either fix them up or you tear them down. And
right.
there's been nobody to step up to do that at this point.
Okay.
I think they're trying, but we're going on 2.5 years.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
something's got to be done. You've had the alley closed since June of 24.
I
Instead of
voted
that,
no against that.
side railing, stairs was coming off, and there it sits, and the alley's still closed.
That's a safety issue, I see. Eventually somebody can get hurt.
Yeah.
If we don't barricade around it, if one of the walls, part of the walls fall off and hit somebody, it's a safety problem.
And that's been a concern when the things were going on downtown and Christmas in the city, and I just
100%.
cringed all night long thinking nothing happens. And it may stand there another 30 years. I don't know that, but if you look at the engineering report that they done in 23, I don't think it's gonna be there that long.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we've been given this project's gonna start in 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks has never came in that 2.5 years.
And
From my time on the area plan, then also on the city council. So at the end of the day, it just comes down to a decision has to be made. There's no progress being made.
you're exactly right. All those timelines, and I've got documented every single one, even from the prior owner.
Yep.
To then this one, nothing's ever happened. And so, I don't know. I will find out, but it would be appreciated if you could be there in attendance and show your support of whatever it is. I mean, we asked to come up with a strict timeline, and that's what we agreed upon, and I'm not agreeing to no more things, right? It's either do it or not.
Is it a review hearing, or I thought there was a court hearing in February?
It is it's a court hearing, but it's just for review. It's still open to the public.
Yeah, but are you seeking an order of demolition?
We'll have to set for another hearing according to Brad the judge wants to hear what
To see if
they've
they ever
done
got
and
their
where we're at,
house
and,
figure?
yeah, and then we'll set another hearing for the final order for demolition.
Okay,
But
thank you.
as soon as I know some other stuff, I'll be happy to share, but at this time, I'm not able to.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marie, one to Charlie. Thank you, Marie.
Thank you.
Next up, approval of a change to the 2026 salary ordinance. It appears we're adding a leads ground crew member at the Parks Department. To be a change to the annual salary of the Director of Golf from one position to two positions at $52,000 annually. And then the ordinance in front of you also shows updated employee rates for medical, dental, and vision. As well as a note that the PERF has increased the required match of the city for police and firefighters in their pension to 23.3%. Charlie, any other comments on that, or are you just looking for a motion to approve the changes?
So I think you made it clear, it's good.
I'll make a motion that we make those changes in the parks and golf course and.
Jack makes a motion to approve the amended ordinance. What is the number? I'll say it for the record. 1028-2025. Pat seconds the motion. Any other comments, questions for Charlie? If not, we'll call for a vote. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next up, you'll have a list of pricing for memberships, daily rates, scrambles, and league fees for St. Anne's Golf Course. These fees were determined by our 5-member golf advisory board and myself. Again, I don't think that we have historically had these approved by council. It's kind of just one person deciding what they want to be. The board and myself thought it would be better if that was in front of you. I think the State Board of Council will approve as well. But this is the rates that we have determined are fair for 2026. There is a slight increase over 2025. The advisory board myself feels like that the experience and the play at St. Anne's is probably worth more than this going forward, but we also didn't want to gouge our players with all the improvements that we've made, and try to make that all up in a year. So we feel like this is a fair amount, still probably the best rate in our surrounding community on what will be a much improved experience going forward.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Barry makes a motion to approve these rates for 2026. Andrew seconds the motion. Questions?
I'd make a motion to approve, but give the golf board the discretion to change this if they need to.
Going forward?
Just this year, it could be a bit of a moving target. If they need to move range balls $2, they don't need to come back to us. That's what.
Fair enough. But I believe with the new machine they are getting out there, there are some options. Instead of $7 bags, there might be a 4, 6, and 8, et cetera. That would.
So I would move to accept, but give the golf board the discretion to change it.
Tara then will also redo this on a membership form so you can fill out, check which one you want, so forth, pending approval. So we have a motion and a second. Do you have that?
We had a motion to approve, and then we had a motion to approve with an exception.
Then I'll amend my motion to approve to include the discretion given to the golf board if needed to
modify or make small changes. All right, and then the second is you, Jared, or was it Andrew?
Andrew.
Andrew seconds. You second his amended motion.
With the amendment.
Andrew seconds the amended motion. All in favor, show of hands. All opposed, motion carries 5-0. Mr. Greathouse, next is to repeal and replace Article 3 of the City Code.
Yeah, last winter, as you know, I spent quite a bit of time looking at Article 3 and brought it up to date, and some of the boards that we've created over the last, we had to create a board, for example, for the grassy knolls. We had changed the precinct addresses and blocks for voting purposes. So what you have before you is the amendments that we've made over the last 2 or 3 years, plus some old stuff that as we go forward, we may want to change, but we need a new starting point. We need to repeal the previous Article 3 in its entirety. In my opinion, we need to appeal the previous Article 3 in its entirety and replace it with this proposal that you have in front of you. I think you've had it for a year. I've been dragging my feet, but we have contracted with the people in Cincinnati to update the entire hardcover code, and they need this to get going. Charlie made some very good suggestions insofar as the finances of the city and his office. And then once we get this passed, then we will then amend it to include Charlie's suggestions. But I'd like to, get it started and then go forward.
Any questions for Mr. Greathouse?
Do we have to have 2 readings on it, or just one?
I don't think so. It's not really a financial thing.
Well, with that, then, we would entertain a motion to repeal.
I assume you've read it 3 times since you got it last year.
I read it last year and I can't remember it.
Well, one can only hope going forward that the assistant to the legal team won't take a whole year doing that.
I'll make the motion to repeal the current.
Can that be one motion, repeal and replace?
Repeal and replace.
Make a motion to repeal
Vernon
and
makes a
replace.
motion to repeal and replace Article 3 of the City Code.
Second that.
It's close, we'll give it to Andrew. Andrew seconds the motion.
And then I'll bring you an ordinance repealing and replacing for the.
Very good. All in favor, show of hands. All opposed. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Let's do the department head update. Brooke, Gary, anything from you? After a long, extensive search, it is my pleasure to introduce and welcome our new directors of golf. We have Joe Kelly and Bryce Reitzman. Gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring you up here. Pete, let's bring you to the podium. We'll try to embarrass you a little bit. Some of you may know these two. How about 30 seconds from each of you, just telling the council a little bit about yourself. Joe, you first.
Okay. I'm Joe Kelly. This is my father here, sitting up on the board. Went to Indiana University, 4 years there, sports marketing management degree, minor in finance. While I was at IU, I got the pleasure to be the student manager for the men's golf team there. So I got a lot of background on high level golf and know how to execute that, not only playing, but setting up events and tournaments and helping with practices and youth camps and whatnot like that. So I think I'll bring a lot to the board. I'm excited for the future of St. Anne's and a golf course this community truly deserves. So ready to put my best foot forward and work here with Bryce and get it done.
Very good, Bryce.
My name is Bryce Reitzman. I graduated from Blackburn College. I played golf there for 3 years and graduated with a bachelor's degree in marketing with a minor in accounting. I previously worked at Belterra where I did maintenance, so I hope to bring a little bit of insight on that. Wow, Joe really set a big stage for me here. But I'm excited. I've done some youth work in college related to basketball, and I'm hoping to kind of ramp up the youth programs here and to get the community more involved. And I'm really excited with what we've got planned and going on at the golf course right now. So I'm excited.
They started last Monday. They both hit the ground running. There's a lot of excitement. I'm thrilled to have them on board. Does any of you have any questions for them? comments?
Welcome. Look
Welcome
forward
to the
to,
team.
look forward to working with you.
Yep, okay,
I
thank you
would like to
guys.
mention, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
These two young gentlemen helped a lot today on doing some remodeling on the inside of the golf course out there in the building. So they had a lot of input, so that was very well taken.
Very good. Happy to have you on board.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Wish you both the luck on your mustache competition.
Chief Mansard. How's that PD coming along? Maybe
Doing
for,
well. So we have some flooring going down in the evidence area. There are some light fixtures that are now working. HVAC is not running, as we were told, hopefully soon. They were in there today preparing to do some of the laminate flooring in the hallways, and then we're moving right along, so.
very good. Thank you. Bobby?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Obviously, you guys saw on the salary ordinance, but I want to come up, we recently hired that full-time position that was approved for this year with a start date of the third week of February. I don't know, am I okay to share with you that? So.
Do you need an official park board vote tomorrow to make it happen?
Yeah,
So I'll keep it under wraps now.
Oh, yeah, I'll wait to share, that's tomorrow, so I can share that with you guys. But along with that, we did elevate one of the guys that's been with us for going on 5 years now, so that's what you saw in the salary ordinance, as kind of a lead grounds crew. It's still a part-time position, but it was a separate position, kind of just to separate him. He's been around, and he was in the running for the full-time position, and kind of went the other way, but wanted to make sure that he was, he knew that he was a big part of being around, and he was committed to the park and that sort of thing. So kind of created the position, not specifically but for him, but to create more structure out there so that we have more positions like that and less reliant on maybe, 6 or 7 different, part-time people, where so a couple guys with a little bit more responsibility. So obviously couldn't do that without your guys' support with the full-time position and then going forward. So I want to come up and just update you on that process, and you'll start to see a lot more of the small things that maybe over the last year kind of didn't quite get there. I still have a long list of things to do before springtime. So we're hoping to get all that done and be ready for third week of March for the first term. We'll be long. So.
How are we doing on the concrete repairs, or do you need some help on that, or?
So I think,
Go ahead.
Tim and I think we have a pretty good plan of, I'll let him elaborate because he's been part of it just as much.
We're planning on to replace those 2 areas that were not finished at the proper elevation with one big patch. We thought that would be best to get that taken care of. And then we're gonna have the cracks all epoxy sealed. Problem with that is we have to wait till it's 50 degrees or higher to do that, as well as the sealing, the resealing of the slab. So we're gonna have to wait till the weather, but the good thing is those things can be done in between 2 weekends. And all that can be accomplished in between the tournaments. So we really want to wait till that concrete structure heats up before we try anything.
Okay.
So we've got, haven't got a price yet, but we'll be getting. So we'll have to decide where that money's coming from, how that's going to be taken care of. All right.
That's good.
Any questions for Bobby? Okay, thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Tim?
So we will be opening up the 2025-1 CCMG at the Board of Works on Thursday at 11 a.m. Oh, 2026-1. We'll open them up at 11, that'll be the first thing, and then we'll hopefully award to the best responsive bidder. And then we will move forward with that work. Additionally, quarry update real quick, we have got our Rule 5 permit approved in. We are now waiting for IDEM and the sanitary sewer and the water lines, all that extension. Once we get those, Mary's ready. We're having a pre-construction meeting next Tuesday. So we're just gonna kind of sit down, Pat, I'll make sure when that time comes that you get an invite to that. We'll just make sure that we're all on the same page when this all happens. So, looking forward to it. It's gonna be an awesome project. So,
Sure is.
we still got the next fall deadline.
Public comment? Press? Clerk's office?
Yep.
Legal team?
No.
Any other topics for the city council tonight? Okay, yes, Barry?
I think just today, Gary, Brooke, there was a stop sign at the corner of Brownstown Road and Hayden Pike. It got clipped, kind of over about a 45-degree angle. If you guys can straighten it up. I think it's been hit multiple times, and but it's as you come off Walnut onto the side where the apartments are on Brownstown Road, and it starts that very next stop sign. Been clipped there, so that was the only thing I think that I had.
Good. Anyone else? Next on the agenda is approval of claims in the amount of $713,361.45. Any claims of note that you want to mention, Charlie?
We paid Virginia's County EDC their $20,000 biannual. How many times a year is it?
EDC?
EDC, yeah.
I thought it was quarterly.
Paid $41,000 to Rumpke, and the biggest one was $508,000 for the police station.
About sums those up. Can I get a motion to approve the claims submitted?
I so move.
Jack makes the motion to approve the claims. Jared seconds the motion. All in favor, show of hands. And I don't know what everybody's doing that, 5-0. And with that, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Pat makes the motion to adjourn tonight's meeting. Andrew seconds the motion. All in favor, show of hands. Opposed, motion carries 5-0. Meeting adjourned, 6:32 p.m.